Well, shit. That's my third take on that fucking thing, and that's about as good as it's gonna get. Give Me All Your Love, Whitesnake. Back to back. Came on the tail end of fucking Give Me All Your Love. No, this is Give Me All Your Love, and the other one was A Fool for Your Love. Love, Love. David Coverdale. Alright, let's go. Start off with a muted open A string. Then we're going to hit a third fret of our E string. Do a little bend on it. To an A5 chord there. Second frets on the D and G. Open A. Alright, come here and grab your fifth fret of the D string. Fourth fret of your G. And just going up to the fifth fret of the G string there, fourth string. And the last turn, we're going to hit that open A string. Go to an open D and G string there. Go ahead and grab that whole chord if you like. Or just bar it there in the third frets of the A and D string there. Alright, grab a power chord here on the third fret for the A string. Drop down one string to the third fret of the E. The fourth fret of the E. Then we'll go for 3 taps on the open E, or open A. And back to that first shape there. Fifth fret of the D string, fourth fret of the G string. G major. And we're going to go between that. Fifth fret bar on the D and G. And just for the hell of it, I gotta say, when he's doing this, what I hear on the fucking recording, there's a separation between these. Separation, so you're hitting the chord and coming back to that E mute, A mute, and you slide into that 7th fret of the D and G, back down to the 5th fret. And we'll go to this little turnaround here with an open E to the 3rd fret of E, the 2nd fret of A, kind of a 3 count there, and another 3 count of open A. That can be a pain in the ass if you're trying to alternate pick that starting on a downstroke. So try starting on the upstroke and come down on a 3, and then just roll you right into that 2nd fret. That's pretty tough to fucking nail that with an alternate pick on that. But however you'd like to do it. Well, shit, I can't do it. Hopefully I made sense to that after I fucking walked all over it. Alright. You can make this song as busy as you like, or you can kind of take it easy. I kind of like a Sensible Shoes approach to this fucking thing, because you got a couple guitars playing, and you got a bass line in the back that's constantly just going. That's what it is. And it keeps rolling through that. Every 2 measures or whatever it is. So that sounds like maybe you want to throw some guitar in on top of that too, but well, it's pretty fucking busy as it is. So anyway, here we go. So we do the we come back into that lick for the verse here. We'll just go just one hit on that open A. Now there is no separation on these between the G chord and the C chord. Alright, from our first verse. So hit that little 4/5 there on the G and D, up to 5 on 5s on D and G. One more open A. Now, here we go with this. Go ahead and make your chord shape there for a G open chord there. Might be just a G5. Anyway, 3rd fret of your E. Go ahead and kill that A string. Put a D and G open. Throw in the old 3rd fret on the B. Alright, so we've got our shape there. We've kind of got a D note in there too. So we're going to throw a D chord in here. We've been going from G to C. Now we're going to go from D to E, D to G. Alright, so now just break that down. Because you're hitting your open A and D there, which is our D chord. Dig that shit? Hope that makes sense. So you're throwing that D, slinging that D around, come in and grab the G on that 3rd fret. Alright. This here we're just making a, grab your 2nd frets on the A and D. Leave that E string alone. Leave that dead. Come up here, 4th fret of the G. 2nd frets of A and D, if I didn't say that shit. 4th fret of G. The 5th fret of B. It's basically our E chord. Slide that up into an F. Slide all that shit up 1 fret. You might just grab those 2 frets, or the 2nd frets on A and D if you like. Keep it simple. Alright, we'll come up here to 12th frets of the D, G, and B strings. So D, G, and B all together. On 12 there. Give her 2 hits and a slide down to the 10th fret. We'll come down, keep that same shape, D, G, and B strings. 7th fret there. Then we'll come into this little thing here. So we're on the 10th frets here. Just grab the B and G and B strings here. Now, I think this sounds like it's a harmony part here, two separate, two guitars laying on top of each other. Because I can hear a solo note coming on the back end. Anyway, play it in here. Sounds pretty damn good. Alright, so. 10, grab up to 12 and pull off. Come back down to 10 on D and G. And on back down to C chord, 2nd fret, power chord shape. Same shit we did from before. This is one of those ones you can make it as big as you want, like I said, but I just go on these breakdowns before the, well, what the hell are we? Maybe the first part of the first verse? I don't know. Let me fucking think here. Yeah, right here, and that lead, we'll turn around and come back to the second part of the first verse. You can hit that triple tap there. I just you can, like I said, the bass line's running that. The whole time, so you hear that, but it might not be the guitar. And like I said, it's pretty busy. So just that little 2. Tap there. Like fucking Bob Ross. And then it does do the turnaround. Again, you can throw in 3. Anyway, or just we're just doing the same thing. We're just getting a little, throwing a few more chords in there. So, just throwing that one extra note in. That was our first turn around. This one here is and everything else is the same. And again, I just do the 2. Throw those 3 in there if you like. And then here, just a 3rd fret there. Just bend the hell out of that. A full bend if you can get it. Bend it up and pull it off. Come back to another 3-0 pull off on the A. Walk up 0-3-5 on the E string. Little harmonic. And then chorus here. Start out, we're doing the same shapes again. We're just going to add the 7th frets here on the D and G. Everything else stays the same. So when you come in, it's just a couple taps there on the open A. That first shape on the 5th fret of D, 4th fret of G. The 5th frets of D and G. Up to the 7th frets of D and G. Back down. And a quick turn around on the 4 to 5. variations on that turnaround little squeal lick there. Get in there and fuck around with it. It's just a rhythm. Just keep the rhythm. See, that don't sound right. That's the way I learned how to play. It was up here. That sounds too high. Anyway, that's basic one there. Alright, I don't know the solo, but I know the background of the solo, which is a pretty cool fucking part to play. Start here grabbing the, well, before that it goes, before the solo kicks in, it goes to that same part from the beginning. And then here, just three mutes there on the second fret of E. And the second frets of D and G for a slide up to 4 and back down. Alright, we're going to slide up here to the 7th fret of the D string. We're going to kind of 7th fret of our D up to the 5th fret of B, back down to the 6th fret of G. Right? Yep. So walk down the A major there. 5 on B, 6 on G, 7 on D. Starting on D, up to B, back down to G. You come down 1 fret to the 6th fret of D, up to the 4th fret of G, and the 5th fret of E, B, which is E note. Basically an E major. The original turn there. Now we're going to slide, we're going to grab an A chord in the A5 shape. You know, 9th fret of the D string, G string, 10th fret of the B, 12th fret of the E. Finish it off with a slide on the 9th fret up to 11, back down to 11. Or back down to 9. That's all I got.